Hello, everyone. My name is Carlos, and I'm a fox hunter. And it's been a while since last time I uploaded a video to my channel. The reasons are always the same. I'm always busy trying to work in other projects, mostly trying to work on other YouTube channels. I have a couple of them, some of them successful, some of them not so much. So I wanted to come back to upload more videos to this channel, and I'm currently working on a video that I'm hoping to upload this coming Sunday. We'll see if I can keep up with the schedule, but it's not gonna be related to previous uploads. This is gonna be something new. I don't want to give away too much, but I am going to be uh, reviewing a TV show that is been doing. It's been kind of a polemic. Well, people have been talking about it, not so much lately because it's almost 4 months old. But I wanted to get into it, so yeah, maybe Sunday I'll have that video ready. In the meantime, I wanted to make one of these videos where I reply to a comment. Usually, what I do with comments is I reply to them, just writing stuff right there and replying to them, right? But it's funny. 2 days ago, I got a comment. Somebody left a comment on one of my videos, and it blew my mind because I mean this was obviously we're talking about a Gonzalo Lira related comment, and this comment right here. I mean, my God, this person he must be living under a rock or something because he's still talking. He's still spewing old stuff that is been already debunked. I mean, I have over 50 videos about Gonzalo Lira in my channel, and this guy is writing stuff as if we didn't know, and as we, I mean, people who are regular viewers to my channel, people who have been following me, people who have watched my videos. And so, you guys, I already showed you everything that has been going on with Gonzalo Lira, and still I get these comments. These comments from people who are not up to date with stuff. So I want to go. I want to jump into it right now. Let me see. Hold on one second. There it goes. So this is the comment right here. Uh, oh my God. So this was left on my channel 2 days ago. It says right there, the name of the person. What Fraser 100X. Let me see. This guy, he has like 6 videos about boats. Uh, I don't know. They're nice. It's nice to have a hobby, I guess. But maybe that's the reason why he's not up to date with what's been going on with Gonzalo Lira, right? So the comment goes like this: Gonzalo Lira said that the next time he ends up in Ukrainian prison, I will die. Nice transition right there, right? It's like Gonzalo Lira said, and then changes to I will die instead of saying he will die. I mean, I don't know. English is my second language, and I tend to make mistakes when writing or speaking. But this person, I don't know if this person English is his first language. Maybe not. But oh well, I am nobody to judge, right? So I mean, so let's continue. Everyone who follows Gonzalo Lira videos on YouTube knows that he tried to flee Ukraine and was put in prison for the second time. See, that's another mistake right there. A second time. A second time. He was arrested 3 times. The first time, he was holding contained for like 5 days. The second time, that's the long one when he was hold for a second time, right? And then he was arrested a third time, which was the final time, right? So let's see. He tried to flee Ukraine and he was put in prison a second time. No, uh, this was like the third time, but okay, never mind, never mind. So this guy, obviously, okay. So let's continue. The American State Department did not care about about Lira, and Gonzalo Lira's father is doing everything to get his son back to the U.S. to the USA. Oh my God. He's trying to. So this guy doesn't know that Gonzalo Lira's father already got Gonzalo Lira's remains, which were cremated. You know, and dude, what the? This guy. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm gonna come back and debunk each and every one of these uh comments, because I mean this guy he, he's I don't know how many more people are out there who are not up to date, but we'll catch up in a second. Just let's finish the whole comment, and then I'll debunk it one at a time, right? So the next one goes: a fellow prisoner who was paid probably fixed lira. Was that a question? Okay. Lira was a threat to Zelensky and Ukraine precisely because he gave a different picture than the media. Then he goes on to say he describes the corruption, but also other things in Ukraine. He became a threat, and therefore he must be removed. Ah, American law says that all Americans should be brought home, but in the case of Gonzalo Lira, they did not care. The State Department left him to his own fate. Oh my God, so much stuff. So this comment was on my video, the end of Gonzalo Lira, right? That was a video that I uploaded, uh, which was originally a stream, right? So then I edited the video and I re-uploaded it. And this guy was watching it, and I don't know. I guess he never seen my channel. He never seen my channel. That's why he thinks that we don't know what's going on here. So okay, so let's go back to each one of his comments, right? So let's say everyone who follows Gonzalo Lira on YouTube knows that he tried to flee to Ukraine and was put into prison for the second time. Well, not yet, Sherlock. I made a video the day that he got arrested. I mean, let me see. Let me go to my channel over there. Okay, fine. And let's go to videos over here, and let's go over here. Let's see. I made a video about the attempted escape that Gonzalo Lira first tried to flee to Russia, and then he tried to flee to Hungary, right? Let's see, where is the one? Oh yeah, there you go. Escape from Ukraine. Yeah, I made a video 2 years ago, and this guy is just barely catching up. My God. Okay, let's see. So yeah, Fraser 100 double X. You might want to check my video about the time that he tried to flee from Ukraine. What a moron this guy is. Next, let's see. The American State Department did not care about Lira, and Gonzalo Lira's father is doing everything to get his son back to the U.S. Well, I'm sorry to disappoint you, but no, that's not the case. For example, let me show you. Gonzalo Lira's funeral. Let's see. There it goes. There it goes. That's right there. You can watch Gonzalo Lira's funeral. His father
And
did not took his remains he didn't brought his remains to the U.S. He took his ashes to Chile. So Gonzalo Lira's father, who lives in Chile, did not brought Gonzalo Lira's ashes to the USA, where he was born. No, he took them back to Chile, where Gonzalo Lira's father is currently living. So yeah, there it goes. You can watch the video if you want. There's a video with subtitles. There's another one right there. It's my God. I mean, like, do you what this guy didn't man, the ignorance in some of the Gonzalo Lira's followers. But then again, you know what? That's Gonzalo Lira's followers, right? Right there, full of ignorance. They 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 live under a rock. They believe everything that guy was saying because they're ignorant. All Gonzalo Lira's followers and on still people who believe him are stupid, they are morons, and you can see right here an example of that, right? Let's see. A fellow prisoner who was paid probably fixed Lira. Oh, okay, so explain to me, how does somebody kills another person by causing them to by making them suffer from double pneumonia and respiratory problems and die of a heart attack? Now, let me show you right here this guy. I mean, Gonzalo Lira's, check this out. Gonzalo Lira's letter that he wrote to his sister. Gonzalo Lira, with his own hand, wrote a letter to his sister, and right there you can find it. And what he is saying, let me read what he is saying, but I'm not good at reading his handwrite. That's his signature. That's right there, right? So let me show you right here. Let's see right here. Let's see over here. Mm, there you go. Let's see. Let's see over here. Oh, Gonzalo Lira's dead. Look. So basically, let me show you. Basically, what we're seeing right here, this letter right here, you can it says this right here. I've had double pneumonia as well as pneumothorax, plus a very severe case of anemia, swelling of the body. All this started in mid-October, but was ignored by the prison. They only admitted that I had pneumonia at a December hearing. This is Gonzalo Lira's own words. I am about to have a procedure to reduce the edema pressure in my lungs, which is causing me extreme shortness of breath to the point of passing out after minimal activity, or even just talking for 2 minutes. Pneumothorax is a life threatening clinical condition which requires emergency treatment. These occur, among other causes, from heavy blows to the breastbone. Gonzalo has accused that he was tortured while in prison. I suspect that this is still going on. Now, obviously, this asterisk right here is this one right here. Gonzalo Lira wrote these two sentences right here. These two sentences right here. This thing right here, what we're reading right here, is an interpretation from this person, Colin McMahon, who obtained this letter because he requested a Freedom of Information Act, which provided the state the communication between the State Department and the Ukrainian government when they were visiting Gonzalo Lira. So that's another thing that this person who is claiming that 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 the State Department ignored Gonzalo Lira, uh, he doesn't know. I guess this person doesn't know that the Freedom of Information Act already was released, and you can read all his letters right there. His all the communication that between the State Department and and the Ukrainian government. Right there, you can read all of this. Now, this website right here, the Gateway Pundit. This is a right wing Russian sympathizer website. They are pro Trump. They were pro Gonzalo Lira, obviously, because they are pro Russia. So they are the ones who obtain all these transcripts. There is people. So this is not a cover act. This is all out there, right? So when you read the translation of the letter right there, that the one that we can see right here. Let's see, Gonzalo Lira's letter. There you go. This letter right here is available. And Gonzalo Lira is saying, look, right there, is causing me extreme shortness of breath to the to the point of passing out after limited activity or even just talking for 2 minutes, right? That's Gonzalo Lira's statement. The this section right here, perothorax is a life-threatening clinical condition which requires emergency treatment. This occurs among other causes from heavy blows to the breastbone. Among other causes, another cause of this is because Gonzalo Lira was smoking 40 cigarettes a day for over a year. He was a heavy smoker with a heart condition. So this uh, pneumothorax was caused by Gonzalo's own heavy smoking. This assumption that it was caused by a heavy blow to the breastbone, that is a lie because there are no proofs. Gonzalo Lira died from a heart attack. Okay? So, it, whatever you want to assume, those are just people thinking what happened. There was already an autopsy. Gonzalo Lira was proven that he died of a heart attack. And the heart attack is because he had a heart condition. He was smoking 40 cigarettes a day with a heart condition. He was an idiot. He thought he was tough, but no, he was a clown. But okay, so let's go back to let's see Eno Gonzalo Lira. Let's see. Lira was a threat to Zelensky because and Ukraine precisely because he gave a different picture than the media. And this is another thing I have to point out. People who follow Gonzalo Lira, they think that this guy had some type of influence over global events, which is absurd. In case you didn't know, there are tons of people who were collaborating with Russia. Look right here. I can show you right here. There are videos of uh, news reporters who are showing when the Ukraine government were trying to capture. They were trying to capture people who were collaborating with the Russians while living in Ukraine. So Gonzalo Lira wasn't the only person who was speaking against Ukraine. There were thousands of people. Look right there. You can see, and this guy is a Ukrainian talking, helping Russia. So Gonzalo Lira was just arrested like many other people. And I'm telling you, there are way more influential, more people who oppose more of a threat to Ukraine than Gonzalo Lira. Gonzalo Lira was released twice. How will he be a threat to the government and still get released twice? If he was such a threat, why did they release him? The reason why they released him is because they didn't want any type of backlash if they arrested him. So they were giving him a chance to escape Ukraine through legal ways by contacting the State Department, by trying to negotiate just to get out of Ukraine legally. Gonzalo Lira didn't do that until he was already arrested a third time. When he was already in prison, that's when reality catch up to him. And finally, he tried to contact the State Department. And you can read the interactions with the State Department in the Freedom of Information Act that you can find here at the Gateway Pundit, right? And you can read that this guy Gonzalo Lira was a pain in the ass. When they visit him, he was rude, he was entitled, he was threatening the agents that were there to help him, and they say, we don't like this guy. We don't have to hurry to help this guy. Eventually, we'll get him there. We'll get him out of Ukraine. But we're not in a hurry. He's not the boss of us. We work for the department, the state, the government. We don't work for him. Okay? So that's why Gonzalo Lira hurt himself. He hurt his own chances of getting out of Ukraine. So that's on him. That's not on the State Department. And another thing, for example, right here, let me see right there. He say the American law says that all Americans should be brought home, but in the case of Gonzalo Lira, they did not care. The State Department left him to his own fate. So I already explained that the State Department visited Gonzalo Lira. They tried to help him out, and Gonzalo Lira was an asshole to them. So they didn't rush, they didn't care about getting him out of there fast, right? But here is another proof that this guy is a moron. Mr. Fraser 100 double X is an idiot because he thinks that American law says that all Americans should be brought home. No, that's not the case. And you want to see proof that that's not the case? Let me introduce you to Mr. Johnny Somali. Do you know who this guy is? Johnny Somali? This guy is currently in prison because he was an asshole in South Korea. He's an American. He was born in Arizona, and he's not in prison. He's an American, and he's gonna be spending. Some people say he's gonna spend 50 years. Some people say that he's only gonna be like 20 years, and everybody's celebrating that he's in prison in South Korea. Nobody wants to help this moron because he was an asshole. He was an embarrassment to the United States. So this comment right here, all the American law says that all Americans should be brought home. No, you moron. The American law doesn't say that. As a matter of fact, I already explained that there are these laws that I explained in one of my videos that the law cannot get you out of prison if you break the law in another country. You're on your own. You have legal assistance. You have communications with the State Department if the country is friendly to the United States. But you're on your own. Being an American doesn't get you a free out of prison pass if you break the law in another country. No. And like I say, everybody right now is celebrating that Johnny Somali is in prison. He's an American. He's over there, and nobody liked this guy. Everybody's happy because he was being an asshole in South Korea. So no, the law doesn't say that every American needs to be brought home. No, you moron. And this is the type of people that follow Gonzalo Lira, just pure idiots. Here's another guy up here. We're done with this email, but before I finish the video, let me show you this guy right here, what he says. Apparently, you have no idea how prisoners die in Ukraine. No, uh, prisoners die in prison everywhere in the world because prison is a horrible place. You're surrounded by criminals, murderers, and even the prison guards. They will kill you if they manhandle you. They don't care about you. If you're in prison, you're there for a reason. Maybe you were imprisoned maybe you were in prison unfairly, or maybe you deserve to be there. But yeah, the chances of dying in prison, they are big. But here's the thing: if you want to know what life is like in a Ukrainian prison, all you have to do is go check one of those. Let me see. Let's see, for example, right here, life behind bars where's
With
oops, hold on. Let's see. There you go. Here, right here. Life behind bars. Right there. They'll show you right there what it's like. Look at the prisoners right there. They assassinate one of thousands of pro-Russian inmates. Because see, that guy is not Gonzalo Lira was not the only one. As I already showed you, there were tons of prison or people who were collaborating with Russians, and they were put in prison because it's against the law to help the Russians, right? So now imagine this: you're a Ukrainian, a prisoner, and you found out that uh, a Russian missile killed your family while you were in prison. You're gonna be angry. You're gonna be angry and hold a grudge against Russian collaborators because they helped the country that killed your family. So probably there's gonna be people who are gonna want to kill somebody like Gonzalo Lira. Yes, the possibility is right there, and it doesn't necessarily comes from Zelensky, because Zelensky had more important things to worry about, like getting money to buy weapons and stuff to keep fighting against the Russians. You think that Zelensky was worried about one stupid Chilean American moron who was a failed uh, writer, a failed movie director, a YouTuber? YouTubers are not, influential. They're not important. They maybe if they were to the point of like Mr. Beast, but no. Gonzalo Lira had like what 300,000 followers. The, there are there are many YouTubers who are even more influential, more important, and the only reason why the State Department decided to do something with regards to Gonzalo Lira is because when Gonzalo Lira put that video when he was escaping to the Hungarian board through the Hungarian border, he requested people to speak on his behalf. So the State Department started getting a bunch of letters requesting to get Gonzalo Lira out, and that's the only reason why. Like I said, go to the Gateway Pundit and read the State Department conversations. They were saying that, oh, we're getting this many emails and phone calls, and Gonzalo Lira's father, he wants us to do something about him, so we better do something about it. it there are so many people behind bars in many countries, many Americans, and a lot of them they cannot. Nobody does anything about them because the government doesn't have to do anything. Okay, so that's why I'm telling you, Gonzalo Lira was a nobody. Gonzalo Lira, at to this point, nobody, the only people who remembers Gonzalo Lira are his followers. People like this guy who wrote a comment telling me that that he was a threat to Zelensky. This moron doesn't even know that Gonzalo Lira Gonzalo Lira's remains are already in Chile. He thinks that his father is still trying to bring him back to the United States. No, you idiot. Gonzalo Lira is already in Chile. He's in a little box over there. They did his let's see, Gonzalo Lira's funeral. Gonzalo Lira's funeral took place in his that right there. Let me show you right there. That's his old high school. He went to an old high school, Christian high school. He graduated from there, and then he came to the United States. No, actually, he graduated from that high school, and then they tried that right there. That is the church, the high school's church. He had his funeral took place on his old high school. After his high school, he tried going to university to get a business degree, which over there in Chile is known as an commercial engineering degree. Here in the United States, commercial engineering is something completely different. Over there, commercial engineering in Chile is only a business degree, business administration's degree. But the guy was such an idiot that he failed college twice because the guy his brain wasn't that big. He was a moron. He wasn't smart enough to pass a business degree. He got a bachelor's degree in philosophy and Russian history, which those are cakewalks. They are easier to get than a business administration's degree. Yep, it's easier to read a Russian history book and learn about history, and it's easier to read a philosophy book and learn about philosophy than learning how to administrate a business. That's how stupid Gonzalo Lira was. The guy didn't die poor because his father and his family taught him how to administrate his money. So every time he will rip somebody off, he will invest that money and put it into some type of an investment and live out of the residuals or whatever. So the guy died with a lot of money, but not because the guy was smart. No, but because his family taught him how to invest his money, and he died because he's an idiot, because he thought he was untouchable. When there's a video that I uploaded where Gonzalo Lira is on a stream with many other streamers, and people were in the chat telling him, "Dude, you have to get out of there before they kill you." And Gonzalo Lira lashed at them, and they told him, and he told them, "You shut the fuck up." That's how he told. That's how he spoke to the people who were worried about him. He told them, "Shut the fuck up, you cowards. Zelensky and his regime are like mad dogs, and somebody has to step up to them and put them down like the mad dogs that they are." The guy was full of shit. And then 2 years later, he was trying to escape to Hungary. "Oh, please, guys, if something happens to me, speak on my behalf, because otherwise I am going to die in prison." 2 years earlier, he was, "No, you shut the fuck up, you cowards. Somebody has to step up to the regime." Next thing you know, "Please, somebody tell them help me get out of prison because otherwise I'm going to die. He was a moron. He was an idiot. So yeah, that's it pretty much. I've been meaning to write, to make more videos, to upload more videos. I just been busy with other stuff, but this this comment right here, I just read it. I just read it last night, and I wanted to make a video as soon as possible, but I was busy, and this is the opportunity that I had, and so now I did it because man, and as a matter of fact, this is what I'm going to do. I'm gonna write and tell, a moron, I made a video replying to your comment. Make sure to watch, oops, it. Happy face. Because, oh my God, this guy, make sure he made a video and reply. Help us keep comments respectful. No, post anyway. There you go. Maybe they're gonna delete my comment, but I don't care. These guys, they're stupid. Every Gonzalo Lira follower, every Gonzalo Lira admirer are idiots. Each and every single one of them, they are they are like this guy. They live in their own little world. It's called I think it's what cult of personality. Gonzalo Lira had the talent of speaking well. The guy had the gift of the chat, of the gap, jap, jap. I don't know. I don't remember how you say, but yeah, if you learn how to communicate properly, if you learn how to speak properly, that will get you far. And I know that because, as you can notice, I have an accent and I tend to forget words. Uh, I probably need to start working on that. I probably need to start working on that. I'm gonna try to start working on refining my my speaking. Uh, yeah, my speaking skills. And but if you think about it, just think about this. Gonzalo, he knew how to speak properly, but he wasn't a public speaker. The guy couldn't debate somebody in person in front of an audience, right? He was only good at speaking in private with friends or speaking in front of a camera because the guy was full of insecurities. The moment they will show him that he was grown, he will crumble. The guy will fall apart. You want to know the reason why he never wrote more than 2 books? Because he couldn't put up with criticism. The guy didn't have an editor because he didn't want people to correct him or to help him with constructive criticism. The guy was insecure. That's why he never wrote more than 3 books. He wrote 1 book. The first one was what's the name? Tomás Errázuriz. He wrote that book when he was after failing college twice, after failing university twice. He wrote Tomás Errázuriz. Nobody wanted to publish his book because he 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 couldn't even write properly in Spanish, and the story was just unlikable. The guy was unlikable. It was kind of like an autobiography. He wanted to write that book as if it was a Catcher in the Rye Chilean version, and nobody wanted to publish that. Then when he was in Darmon, he was at Darmon. He got kicked out he was suspended for harassing a female freshman. Uh, so on his first year, he got kicked out of Dartmouth. He was on suspension. And while he was in suspension, he wrote that book, Counterparts. And that book got published. And because he was published on that book, he went to Chile and they told him, "Look, I am $1 million writer. They gave me a contract for $1 million," which was a lie. He was promised that if he was successful in his career, he could earn $1 million. But they probably gave him like $15,000 in advance or something like that for his book. And then he wrote a second book, which took him like 5 years to write, which was Acrobats, his second book. And both books have serious problems uh, to the where he needed a an editor, but the guy never wanted an editor. He never wanted anybody to correct him. And after two books, he gave up. No more writing. He tried making a movie. The movie, he spent like $1 million, and in that movie flunked. That movie probably made like $11,000, and it was a failure. He made $1 million movie, and he only made $11,000. He was a failure, and the only success that he got was to be a YouTuber. A YouTuber. And YouTubers, as you know, is not one of those careers that get you it's being a YouTuber with $300,000 is not it's not something big. With 300,000 followers, it's not a big deal. There are YouTubers who are more successful, and still mainstream media doesn't recognize them. So no, Gonzalo Lira was not special. He had a talent, which was the talent of speaking, but that was it. And now the guy is gone. Not that many people remembers him. The only people that remembers him are people who are living under a rock, like this guy, who still believe in lies, who are not up to date on what's going on. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Gonzalo Lira was a stupid moron who got himself killed for advocating for Russia while living in a country that was being invaded by Russia. That's not a smart thing to do. But hey, that's your idol, right, Mister? What is it? Fraser 100 double X, whatever. What an idiot. So yeah, that's it for today. That's it. I am going to upload another video. Hopefully this Sunday. I gotta go back to streaming, and maybe I'm gonna try to better my speaking skills, because as we all can see, if you learn how to speak properly, you can go a little bit farther than average people. So maybe one of these days I will sound more eloquent, and I'll be able to get a little bit more followers by being able to speak properly. But we'll see. We'll see. When your second language is English, it's a little bit harder to get there. But hey, it's worth it. It's worth the time and effort. But that's it. That's it, pretty much. So yeah, thank you if you stayed all the way until the end. Thank you for watching. My name is Carlos. I'm a fax hunter. Bye bye for now. Take care and bye.